Well, hello, everybody. I'm Scott Linebrink with Water Mission, and I'm here with another edition of Quarantine Questions. And this week I've got Brent Suter. Brent is pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's had a 4-year Major League Baseball career, and I met him at a PAO conference last year, Professional Athletes Outreach. And it's good to have you, Brent. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here. Man.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's start out. This is Quarantine Questions, so I'd love to hear maybe some funny stories or things that you're doing to stay in shape during quarantine.
Yeah. So basically, it's going back to off-season mode, and one of my things in off-season is I throw into a couch cushion. So it's right actually over here, just in the basement when in the winter when I can't get a throwing partner or don't have a facility necessarily, I just throw as hard as I can into a couch cushion for 60 to 100 throws, and it makes me gets me ready for the season. So I've been doing that, and then I've thrown a couple bullpens here last week to hopefully ramp up for what looks like it could be a July start of the season, resumption of the season. So hoping, fingers crossed for that. And then having some workouts, getting my little son involved in some of the workouts. He loves I do like the kettlebell swing sometimes with him just to throw him around. He has a blast with it and all that. So honestly, it's been a blessing in disguise having all this extra family time that wasn't really pinned on the schedule, if you will. So it's been really great that way. I do miss the heck out of teammates, fans, coaches, everybody. Just having community like that, but trying to look at the positives of it.
That's awesome. Yeah, you got to get creative during this time, but I don't think I've ever heard of anybody throwing into a couch cushion. That's impressive. Does your wife have a problem with that?
No, she's supportive of it. This is a hand-me-down couch from her parents, and a lot of good memories on the couch, I'll say that, but no one really sits down here. Just like we have a TV and everything down here, but we don't use it a whole lot. We just kind of come down here for playtime with Liam and our dog. So you can definitely see some wear and tear on the couch cushion, but it's A-okay by the wifey, so it's A-okay by me.
Okay. All right. Well, we all do hope to see you back out on the field soon. And yeah, we've kind of heard that there's rumors of maybe a July start. So we'd love to see some baseball back on TV, but appreciate you spending some time here with us in the meantime. And I took special interest to you. You came up and talked to me at that conference. And we've got a couple things in common. One, we both played for the Brewers, and two, we are both environmental science majors. And I learned very quickly that you have an extreme passion for the environment, for environmental awareness. You're a Harvard graduate, and so I would say that you're at the upper echelon in terms of baseball player IQ. So it was very interesting to talk to you.
But on that one.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that, about your education and what that prompted you to do to get involved in this environmental awareness.
Yeah, really it started in 2006, watching An Inconvenient Truth with my mom one day. I didn't realize the problems that were going on with our society. I guess looking back, I should have seen a little bit more writing on the wall, but it was an eye-opener for how unsustainably our society's living and how we need to get back on track, kind of back in touch with nature, or back in communion with nature, if you will. So from that point on, it was kind of on my heart to make that a mission in my life in some way to help positively impact environmental causes. So I studied environmental science like you in college, and then baseball definitely took priority over environmental jobs for the time being, but I still wanted to use the platform in any way I could to raise environmental awareness and promote and support environmental causes. So I'm involved in a lot of nonprofits and a lot of really good groups that do awesome work for the environment in Milwaukee, and trying to expand a little bit in Cincinnati too, in touch with the Nature Conservancy here in Cincinnati. So we've been forming a great partnership and launched the campaign Strike Out Waste last year, trying to encourage people to use reusable bottles rather than the single-use plastic bottles and stuff like that. And we're looking to have some really exciting causes this year. SC Johnson and the Brewers have partnered up for this awesome recycling program, saving millions of cups from being put in the landfill. Fortunately, it's on hold. So I guess the cups are still being somewhat saved for the time being or something. But yeah, we had a lot of cool things planned, but hopefully it's just on pause. We're kind of on postponement right now, but as soon as the season resumes, we could get some fun things going.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna flash a picture here of you. You actually started a campaign to get some reusable water bottles and give them out to all your teammates.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, that was the Strikeout Waste campaign. We had a really good relationship with a couple water bottle companies that sent us a bunch of water bottles. So I ended up handing out close to 200 for players, staff, and a couple family of staff. So that was really cool. Didn't get everybody. I still have a couple I use from the bottles, but people used them okay. They used them really well early, and then it was unfortunate they went off to the season. I was back in Arizona rehabbing, so it was like I didn't have that kind of push, the presence there to keep pushing them to break the habit of the single-use bottles. So I went up there for my first kind of check-in visit after a month or so in the season. It was just like, oh boy, people are back. A lot of people are back with their old ways of single-use plastics, but some people did it all the way through. And Brandon Woodruff, Jimmy Nelson, Craig Counsell, like these were some strikeout waste all-stars. So they were definitely doing it. But yeah, it was we saved. I'd say we cut our plastic use like in 40 or 50%. So it was pretty good dent into it, but not what we were necessarily striving for, the goal.
Well, I actually saw a quote by one of your teammates, Julius Chaseen, and he actually said that you're a guy that teaches him something every single day. And I thought that was high praise and just goes to show what kind of person you are and trying to educate your teammates. That's awesome.
Yeah, he taught me way more than I taught him, but I tried to mix some kind of just awareness stuff in there to teammates. Not sometimes overdo it, I'll admit, but just trying to like make sure we're having that awareness, trying to live a sustainable life and do the best we can with what we got.
Well, I'm going to flash up another picture here, and you were telling me about a trip that you took down to the Dominican for some beach cleanup. Mm-hmm. And you're here with another one of your teammates, Nelson Cruz. Tell us about that trip.
Yeah, so Players for the Planet put it on. They put it on every year, beach cleanup to the Dominican, and that was my first time going, but I had been invited the year before when I had first joined Players for the Planet, and unfortunately couldn't go. But yeah, this trip was awesome. We had a great cleanup on Friday in Playa Montesino. The Indians minor leagues players came over. Nelson Cruz was there. Ahmad Rosario, the U.S. ambassador to Dominican Republic, was there. So that was really cool to meet her and her family. And we did a good job. I think we cleaned up 260 pounds of trash just in a matter of a couple hours. And the beach looked a lot better. And then we had a really cool charity event on that Sunday where just like everybody who was a Dominican legend, present or past, was there to support St. Jude Children's Hospital. So it was a great trip. I think it was 4 days, but it felt like a really, really cool and worthwhile experience. So yeah, Players for the Planet does awesome stuff where they're really key in our partnership and with Nature Conservancy. So they're doing some exciting things, and they were the recipient actually of the Save the Oceans campaign we were going to run this year through SC Johnson's partnership, and they were going to get I think a certain amount of money every save. So hopefully we can get back playing and keep that program alive for the year. Yeah.
Well, that's great stuff. You're a very passionate individual. You're also a man of action. So that's awesome what you're doing. Tell me a little bit about what struck a chord with you with Water Mission. You came and sought me out right after I presented on the work that Water Mission's doing, and you said right away you want to get involved, and you and your wife have been strong advocates and investors to the work with Water Mission. But what kind of struck that chord with you?
It was actually a couple things. One was the environmental side of me saying, okay, here's this eco or these human and wildlife systems that need clean water, are desperate. The water is not sanitary for really any organism except like some bad bacteria. So putting these wells in are with solar power, like all power to the community in terms of like they know how to run it, they know how to fix it, was a huge chord for me. Because, charity work, there's kind of two ways to go about it. One is in community empowerment, and the other is just kind of the handouts, you know what I mean? And so this was just a really good empowerment of the communities, which was a great chord, which kind of was my second chord it struck, but the first one was environmental. And also the third chord it struck was just the absolute efficiency of spreading the gospel, because you set these wells up, you spread that love and that like generosity to people who really need clean water. And one of the things that really struck me at PAO was when Adam Wainwright said, you show the love, then share the message. And so this is that step of going into communities where you might not otherwise go, sharing the love of Christ through really important resources like fresh water to a lot of people. And then they ask, and you even shared a story at PAO about that, like, why are you doing this? And you answer, the love of Christ. He showed love for me. Now I want to spread it to you. So I just thought those three chords, I was like, I'm in. This is awesome.
Well said. Well, Brent, I can't wait to go into the field with you, bring you along. I know you've been to the Dominican and would love to take you to some of these places too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be remiss if I let you go before you did one of your famous impersonations. I know you're well known for this and have done it several times on camera, and I've asked you if you're okay with doing that now. So why don't you give us one of your favorites?
Yeah. Your number's still 911? Oh, righty then. Take care now. Bye-bye then.
That's awesome. I mean, us bullpen guys can appreciate that with all this extra time that we have out there.
A lot of time.
Yeah, it's good to see you've worked hard on that and you got it done. So. Well, man, I really appreciate it. Yeah. Well, you are definitely one of our Water Mission All-Stars. I really appreciate you being on this show and sharing your passions and the way that you're acting and doing the work out there, and also advocating to teammates too. That's so important in our work, and we've got so many strong advocates that are out there networking within their circles, and that's the way we're all going to get it done, is by working together. So thank you for what you do, you and your wife, Aaron.
Yeah, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
All right.
Thanks, Scott.
Take care. God bless.
You too.